Hey guys, we're going to go play some more International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. This time though, we're going to play the Japanese version here, so I'll go ahead and restart this. This is the Super Famicom version of, let's see, what do we call this? Jikkyou, Powerful, whatever it is. Jikkyou, where are we? Jikkyou World Soccer 2. Finding 11. So we'll go ahead and check this out a little bit. This is my first time playing the Super Famicom version of this game, so yeah, we'll see how it is. I did play, as you might remember from the video that I did. Oh, I have to put the sound on here for you. There you go. Do you remember the older video that I did of the first game? I did play a little bit of that in Japanese as well as in English, both the United States version and the European version. So we'll probably do something a little bit similar here, just sort of mess around a little bit and see what things are like. This is a great introduction, good music, incredible graphics for a 16-bit game.
Jikkyou World Soccer Fighting 11.
Fighting 11. Then it has Fighting 11 written out there in katakana just in case. It's an open game. International Cup, basically. World Series. It's basically the exact same thing you see in the English language version of the game. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. One player versus computer. It looks like there's settings for different like tournaments and stuff you can do if you really want. I want to see if we have any kind of like weird teams that we can choose from. We do actually have a couple of strange teams. So since it's really snowy outside here, we're going to be Canada, and we'll go up against Switzerland, might as well. And of course, we're going to play in the snow. So we'll just put everything at random. We'll just go ahead and go for it. As usual, this is pretty casual, so we're just going to sort of play and see what this is like. This isn't intended to be like a major series or anything like that. We're just sort of having fun playing. So as you can tell, there's voices in the background and stuff like that. It's not going to be quite as good as the PlayStation version, obviously, but it still is pretty good considering that this is a 16-bit game. In fact, I would argue that the graphics in the PlayStation version are kind of a shame compared to all of this. Almost as bad as the Canadian defense. Boy, that was awful. But yeah, you'll notice that the graphics here are basically the same as they are in the PlayStation version, which doesn't say very good things about the PlayStation version. I mean, anyway. So it is. Let's see if we can figure out all of the controls, which are basically the same as the PlayStation version of the game. It's just everything's mapped a little bit differently. Actually, you know what? That's actually mapped to the same button. Oh, whoops. That is not the shoot button, by the way, if you're wondering. A is not shoot. So I'll figure this out for you, I'll figure this out for you so you don't have to figure it out yourself. Yeah, it's X is the shoot button. After playing Super Sidekicks, I'm expecting to be able to just like slide all over after everybody. Interesting how many of these games have really similar control schemes, and yeah, that was really bad. I mean, we have no defense. So, see, it's a good thing that I already said that this is just for fun and this doesn't really count, right? Because we're going to get slaughtered here. This isn't looking so good. But I do want you to remember, so when I was playing yesterday Super Sidekicks 3, think about what the graphics of that game are like, and then look at the graphics for this game, and you'll realize that it's very, very similar. which is a big problem for the Neo Geo game. I mean, you're expecting that game that's on, you know, the vaunted 32-bit system that's supposed to have arcade-style graphics and stuff like that. You would expect that the graphics for that game would be significantly better than they are for the Sega or for the Super Nintendo game, but they're not. They're just not that much better. It's also kind of weird that I can just run over and shoot like that.
Canada, 2点のビハインド。カット。
Oops. Anyway, so a lot of these Konami sports games around this time had Jikkyou in the title. At first I thought, oh, maybe this must have been part of a series, but no, it's just sort of like, I don't know, realistic or something like that, real life-ish or something. That's the whole idea behind Jikkyou. It basically just means that it was a Konami game. Bro.
さあ、ここまでどうですか？
ええ、早く攻めたいですね。
カナダ、スローイン。
Oh, that's a great throw. Need to find the button to do the good throws.
前方へフィード。ヘディング。取りました。
There we go. Booted on out of there.
カナダ、つなげたい。 有利な試合展開。
So you know what's really amazing is that awful US Gold game was also a Super Nintendo game, right? So that game was the exact same system that like this game is on. It's just amazing. It's amazing sort of the difference in quality. However, I will say that one of the problems with this game, I can tell already after playing it for like a couple of minutes, is that it's really, really easy to just sort of like walk the ball past people and take a wide open shot. So here we go again. I mean, I don't know. It seems like that's way too easy. That shouldn't be so easy all the time to do, because I can do that, like, you know, with any one of these guys. Doesn't matter their position, doesn't matter any of their ratings or anything. They'll just like seriously just walk past the other team.
カナダ崩すことができない。インターセプト。 残り1分を切った。
Doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. Now they finally put down a tackle. I don't know. Maybe there was like a hard mode or something that I didn't turn on or something like that. I don't know.
カナダ2点のビハインド。
Oops.
ゴールラインを割りました。ゴー
I
ルキック。
pushed A again. My bad. I thought that was going to be like the old original FIFA game on the Genesis, where you can stand in front of the goalie and steal it. That's also the game where you can run away from the ref when you're going to get carded.
キーパーいいですね。
Oh, come on.
左へフィード。
I think too that the sound is a little bit better in this game than in the first one. My only real complaint, once again, is that I mean, there is the nice radar screen at the bottom, but overall the screen is zoomed in like way too much. All right, so we got him to half down 2-0, but it could have been worse. Yeah, see, they've had 3 shots on goal. I'm sorry, they haven't had any. They've had 7 shots on goal. There we go. We've had 8, but they have scored 2 of them, whereas we have managed to do absolutely nothing with our chances.
右にエンドを取ったカナダ。センタリング。シュート。弾いた。
Pick it up, pick it up. There you go.
シュート。取った。よく取りました。
Well, that was pretty bad. All right, down 3-0 now.
10番スイス追加点。どうです今のプレーは。いい攻めでしたよ。
The other thing is when they have this celebration, you have to like push one of the buttons. Otherwise, it just sort of sits there forever for some reason. I don't know if it's like that in the other versions of this game, but we'll find out soon enough when we play through them.
スイス有利な試合展開。
So once again, on the radar screen, that was the wrong button. I'm noticing this. This was the same thing with Mega Man Soccer. I'm noticing that the colors of the teams have changed. So our team is blue on the radar screen, even though we're in red. That's a little bit confusing. And I'm not so sure that they're really going for realism with that. I mean, how many plays like that have you seen?
Goal line 終わりました。コーナーキック。
A little bit of slowdown you can see when you get the goal kick if there's a lot of people around. But yeah, see, this is the funny part. I can just run forward. I can run forward as far as I want. I don't need to pass. Don't need to do anything. I can just run forward. In fact, it's safer for me to run forward than it is for me to pass. That there was actually pretty cool because I was able to steal the ball away by sort of diving and grabbing it off of his foot right in front of him, which is pretty cool. You know, I've mentioned before, most of these games will basically have the ball glued to your player's feet. This one does for the most part, but you can still take it off of him like that, which is pretty cool. That's the first foul we've been called for after doing sliding tackles like an entire game. No harm, no foul. That was impressive, and again, he just sort of let me do whatever I wanted. Oh, come on. You gotta let me get away with that. Well, we paid for that. That's what we get for injuring their keeper. It is cool though how many different animations and stuff you can do you know, with the same basic like 4 buttons. That's right, I haven't tried these bumper buttons. I don't know if they do anything.
な試合展開。残り1分を切った。タッチラインを割りました。スイススローイン。センタリング。ヘディング。止めた。もう一度パンチング。危なかった。ゴールラインを割りました。コーナーキック。ヘディング。止めた。ジョッカー。
Oh, that was pretty bad. Okay, we're not looking very steady here in defense. There we go. Get it, get it, get it. Like watching him sort of, I don't even know how to say that, his sidestep move there looks absolutely ridiculous. There we go. That was another pretty move. See, we were able to take it straight off of his feet. I'm serious. If you watch Football Manager, if you watch like FM26 really closely, you will notice that the ball is actually glued to the player's feet. Regardless of what Sports Interactive might tell you, that's the way that it is in Football Manager these days. And it's actually the way that it's been for a while. Why is my guy so slow? Maybe he has a real powerful kick, that's why he's so slow, but I mean, he's just ridiculously slow. Alright, we're gonna move everything we have forward. Well, that was an idea. It's kind of a bizarre sliding shot. He didn't really need to do that, but it's alright. Oh, come on. That was clean. That was a flop. Clear flop. Beautiful. I really like that, actually. That looked really, really nice and clean. But yeah, I love watching that guy who's like, you know, moving side to side, you know, trying to anticipate where the ball's going to come down. It just looks so weird when he does that. The other cool thing, by the way, you may or may not have noticed is that the players all have their numbers on their backs. It's not just some sort of like generic thing. It's really, really cool. Oh, time up. Well, it's okay. We tried. Here's this guy, Hawadze for Switzerland had a hat trick. So much for that. We tried. We gave it our best shot. And so there you go. All sorts of stuff to mess around with there. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was interesting for a first try. So I'll have more stuff like this for you here in the near future. I'll talk with you later. Bye.